All right, everyone. This is our training series that we're doing with our group with a lot of our fantastic leaders. And this one is focusing on getting parties from your parties. So if you have been having parties, or if you've had parties in the past and you started off really good and you've had lots of your friends said they do them and you have these parties, but then you have no business in a short period of time or even after a year, maybe you're finding it really, really difficult to get parties. Well, the truth is, if you can get parties from your parties, then you're not going to have to reinvent this wheel every month. You're not going to have to stop and think, where is my business coming from? And I know it's been really difficult because we're just learning how to do this party thing online, right? And so what happens at the beginning of this month? Oh, guess what? We're going back out there. We're going to start actually doing what we've always done, which is parties in person. So now we have these choices of parties online, parties in person. But guess what? No matter what you're offering, you have to get parties from your parties. You have to get this reoccurring business so it's not so maddening. I hear from you guys all the time saying, I just don't have any parties this month. I had a great month last month. Well, if you had a great month the month before, it really should lead in to the following month. Or even the month after sometimes, because sometimes people are a little further out, and that's okay too. But you shouldn't always be looking to where your next order of business is. And those who have been most successful with this have run a very successful party business and have gotten parties from their parties. So they're not scrambling. So I guess in my last business, someone explained it like the big flywheel. It's a really gigantic wheel. And when you go to get it started, it's really, really hard. But once you get the motion and get it going, it's really easy. And it's much easier to keep it going than to stop and have to put all that effort and energy back into restarting. So this is what we're going to try to help you with. And there's a ton of information that we could do on this. So please know there's lots more than what we're just giving you today, but this is a little snippet. So there's one thing that I always like to say is we have to sprinkle the idea of someone hosting throughout the parties that we're having. And why I say sprinkle is because you want to just give little snippets to kind of put it in people's heads. And you have to do it more than one time. You have to do it more than 2 times. I say at least 3, but I think, Jean, what didn't you say before that you do it at least 6? Wasn't it 6 times that you do it?
And most of them, it needs to be so they don't even know that it's
exactly
that it's a sprinkle. It's just this side comment that you make.
Very nice. Absolutely. And that's what I wanted to kind of go over, just some of the little bit of verbiage maybe you guys could use to sprinkle things throughout your parties, and things that you can do throughout your parties that are all about hosting, or kind of put the idea of hosting in people's minds without actually beating them over the head with it. So one of the things that I love to tell people to do is when you're hosting your parties, whether online or in person, make the current hostess a big deal. Listen, we all like to be celebrated, right? We all like for people to say nice things about us. We all like for people to kind of give us that pat on the back. So of course you're going to do a thank you for them, right? You're going to thank them in front of their guests. But there was a fun little party idea that someone gave me a long time ago. And I think it was our director of sales in my last business that said, go around the room and have everyone say something that's nice about the hostess, like something that they love about the hostess. So at first, I'm not one to do stuff like that typically, but I thought, oh, let's give it a try. So when I started it, I will tell you, at the first one, they were going around the room and saying nice things about the hostess. And the one person literally said, she saved my life. And everybody kind of stopped and was like, oh, did she, revive you? And she said, I was in an abusive relationship, and she was the person that talked to me and told me to get out. Everyone was in tears. The host was in tears. But you know what? The next day she said, that was the nicest thing that's happened to me in such a long time, is to hear people say nice things about me. So then the funniest part was someone booked from her party, of course, because who doesn't want to hear nice things? And at the next party, the person said, are you going to have everyone say nice things about me? because she wanted that too. And so once you start that, you can't give that up, because then the next hostess that books from that party, she wants to hear nice things about herself. So make the hostess a big deal. Make her feel good about, having everyone together and how appreciative you are. And maybe even just how appreciative all her friends are to have her as a friend. So that's one thing you can definitely do. The other thing that you want to do is let them know the value. Let them know the value of what the hostess is getting. And again, like Jean said, I don't typically hit people over the head with it, but I definitely want to show the value. So if we're looking at a face care line, look, I put a little visuals help at parties. Even if you're doing online parties, you can hold up a tray and do a little live and show people. So if you're doing a facial party, I would show them a grouping and just say, hey guys, everything that we've tried, all that stuff we tried, I can get you a full face regime for under $20. Wouldn't that be amazing? And actually, our hostess here can get this whole thing for under $20. Do you want to know how? And of course, the whole idea is that our average hostess gets $100 worth of free at a half price item, right? And you can even say that in your party. Say, oh my goodness, are you even aware that, Melissa tonight is going to earn free product? Yeah, our average hostess gets $100 in free and a half price item, because that's our $500 mark. And that most of our parties that I think we've all submitted have strived for that $500. And I see them on my end, and everyone's kind of hitting that $500 mark. So $100 and a half price item. But again, visuals, groupings, show them how much they're actually getting for doing that quote unquote party. Oh, okay. So one of the other things that I do is I'll say something. Someone's like, "Oh, what was that stuff you recommended?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's Drops of Youth." The one I said was like Botox in a bottle, and they're like, "Yeah, that one." I was like, "Yeah, most of them." How much is that? And I'll say, "Oh, well, do you want the small one or the big one?" I said, "The big one's the good deal." I said, "You can get the good one. You can get that. That's what most people get for half price when they host a party." So you want to put little subtle ideas. So I didn't say, "Are you hosting a party?" But I kind of said, you like this? How about you get this for, half price for hosting a party? And you could even say, oh, you know what? It's $27.50 half price when you host a party. So just little things of that nature. Now, I also find it very natural when you're having conversations with your guests throughout the party that you want to say stuff like, this has really been fun. Are you guys having a good time? I'm having a good time. Who's doing the next one? Why do I do that? Peer pressure. It's peer pressure. Of course, if it's like a dud of a party, maybe you might not want to say that, but just make it fun, right? This is the whole idea for having these parties. Make them fun. When you're together and it's fun and everyone's trying everything, and you put that out there, who's doing the next one? Their friends will pick somebody. It always happens. They'll be like, well, Melissa, you have a nice porch. It's sunny. Why don't you do your house? Why don't we do your house next? And then, or, they'll start nominating someone. And once someone's nominated, they're going to do the party, and they're going to get excited. And then you're going to help get them excited about the party. The other thing I always do is do not throw the kitchen sink at them. Make sure you're picking a theme or a party line. Don't be doing face care, body care, makeup, all of it. Okay. You may want to take a piece or two of something else. So you could, at your spa party, you could say, we do have makeup. I couldn't bring all of it to the house tonight because there's just so much. We have a wide variety of products. So who's doing the makeup party? Again, kind of just putting it out there. Her friends are going to look around and they're going to decide who's going to do the makeup party. Or if someone decides that, hey, you know what? I wanted to try that mascara. Oh my goodness. You know what? I have all that stuff and you guys can try that. That's a whole nother party of itself. Would you like to do a makeup party? And I'll be sure to bring the Happy Go Lash for you guys to try. And again, I'm just going to tell you, if you're going to do makeup, make sure you're doing individual dippers. You can order them like little sample dippers, one dip, and you hand it to the guests. But yes, so kind of tease them with it. Don't feel sad if someone says to you, "Oh, do you have this lipstick?" I don't, but you know what? If you want to do a makeup party, I'll make sure I have it for your party. Ah, you didn't say she had to have them, but you're like, if she wants to do one, you'll bring that to her party. I'm trying to say what else I have. Oh, you also can say to people that, yeah, just so you guys know, don't get hung up on the idea that this has a party. We could call it a spa day out. We could have a girls' night in, whatever you want to do, a me and three. Don't get hung up on the idea of a party. Look here, we didn't even have to have any snacks tonight because you guys aren't even hungry. You've been playing with this stuff the whole time. No one's even ate a chip yet. Kind of show and tell people that it's going to be nice and easy for them to do. So again, it's just little tiny snippets of, I'm trying to think of, look at the other ones. I wrote down just a bunch of different ones so that you guys can have the idea of what you want to say. So Jean, do you have any, or Tammy, or any of you guys have any little verbiage that you use to sprinkle throughout your party?
Whenever sometimes I'll have people kind of brag about stuff like maybe, oh yeah, when everybody loves the way I cook. Everybody comes to my house for food, and I'll go, oh, next party's at your place. I'll say stuff like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It just fun, and it's not really intimidating. People actually kind of feel flattered when you say stuff like that. And like I said, the peer pressure of the friends, usually people are like, "Okay, you're right. I do have a nice space. I'll have the party," because they really are thinking about it. The other thing that you can do, which is passive, right? A passive way is to hand out a door prize slip. So what is it going to cost you? Maybe a sheet mask, maybe the cost of the mini body butters, or a little mini shower gel, or something like that. Hand out a door prize slip, which I know, Jean, you uploaded some. I can put them all in the page for everybody. I know Tandy has made some. We have a few out there, and it really just finds out if they want to do a party on there. Are they interested in more information about joining, hosting, and of course our products. So I think for the $6, you're going to find, if you're someone that's a little shyer to actually talk to people about booking a party in person, one-on-one, which I'm going to suggest in the next minute here, do a door prize slip, because that's a great passive way to see who's booking a party. Now, if you do that and you pull your door prize, make sure you're following up the next day with the people that are interested in booking a party. The other thing that is just to ask. I said it, you got to ask. So if you're seeing that no one has been nominated to do a party, you don't have 2 party bookings yet. I usually say you want 2 to 3 per party. Yes, I said 2 to 3 per party. It is possible. Again, back in the day here's the crazy part, when Body Shop closed, we had so many parties on our books, we had to find other sister consultants to do them at times. Yep, that's not a lie. I would do so many on the weekends. There were times someone's like, but I wanted one in November. And I said, you know what? Would you mind if you did it with one of my sister consultants? Because I don't have another time slot to put in November. Sure did. So once you get this on a roll with 2 to 3 parties, like, it just keeps building, right? So if you're not seeing 2 to 3 parties, when you're checking people out, when you're doing one-on-one checkout with them, which that's what I should urge you guys to do, ask them if they had a good time. Ask them if they'd like to book a party. What's the worst they could say? No, thank you. People are used to it. We've all been to direct sales parties before. They know how you're doing business. So there's no harm. And sometimes people just don't come out and say it to you, right? They just didn't like run up and say, I want to book a party. But when you ask, they're like, I was thinking I should book a party. And usually they'll do the little look back at all the people at the party, and people are like, I'll come. So that's definitely, make sure you're asking. I should mention too, that's the other thing. A lot of times you'll say, well, Susie, would you do a party if everyone came? Would you do a party if they're thinking about it? I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll say, hey guys, would you guys go to Susie's party if she has a party? Oh my gosh, yeah, I'll order from Susie. The number one reason why people don't book a party is they're afraid they're not going to have any guests. They're afraid no one's going to come. They're afraid they're going to have to ask people and no one's going to want to come to their party. But if they already know they have a bunch of people willing to come to their party, most likely they're willing to have it. So now we're going to do a little section, and it's all about games. So when I was just telling you that before in November, I would actually have to give away parties, I had more than my share. It was really through a few simple games, which I played every single party, but it led to multiple parties at every party. So I know Jean has been getting parties from her parties and has some games that have actually work online as well. So there's a great online component. So I'll let Jean explain everything for her about her party games.
Thank you. So just to tag on a little bit to what Michele was sharing is somebody mentioned this one time and it really was a light bulb to me. What they said was your parties are auditions for future parties. That's what it is, because the party that you're at, this is kind of it. You're working for the future business. Um, so make sure at your parties that you're having fun and that you're getting to know the guests, because they're much more likely to book with you if they like you and if they feel like they know you. They're more likely to book a party. And all of that needs to happen before you play a game. Because if you do the games before you've really made connections, if you do it too early, then people aren't going to play the games. So they're much more likely to play the games if they like you. And if they're already kind of, just like Michele was saying, it's kind of in their head. Maybe, I don't know. Also, like Michele said, you need to show them what they're going to get. What is the benefit of hosting a party? So this is it's about to go off. This is a post that we do in ours, and I'm trying to get it so that I'll read it to you. But so I'll show you the picture. This is a really pretty picture, just like Michele was saying, showing the product. Nancy Conway took that picture, so shout out to Nancy. But it says rewards. Did you know that you can get free product just for getting your friends together on Facebook? Because we've been doing a lot of Facebook parties. So easy. You don't even need to clean your house. With an average body shop party of $500, you get $100 in free product plus of your choice. This is just a sample of the rewards you could receive. So you want to make sure you let them know that yes, you can get free product. You can show the hostess chart, but that really there's no emotion with that hostess chart. When they see product and they're going, oh, I'd love the lemon, and wow, I can get it for free. Then there's a little more emotion in it. Okay, so then there are things like this that you can do. Just a quick post that says, let's party, and they pick which one they want and you send them what prize. This one is you give a prize for every one of them. And that prize could be, a sheet mask. I love our sheet masks because you can mail them so easily, but you can have anything in here that you want. You can have one of them as a grand prize and it's something bigger. And of course, you want to say that in the text that, you're not going to say everything that's in there, but you could say behind one of these is a, body butter, or behind one of these is, if you're doing a skincare party, is a drops of youth serum or something like that. You could have a big one if you wanted to with that. But the game that's working really well for me is the dice game. And if you've ever followed Sherry Hudspeth, or what's her name now, Sherry, I can't remember. She put out the dice game for in-home parties a long time ago. But Amanda Todd actually made a dice game for in-person or for online parties. And those have just worked really well for me. Now, of course, you want to make sure that you set up the game well. And so this is actually a game that you can purchase from Amanda taught. So I can't like share all of these with you because it's something that you purchase, but you get all of the display instructions, tiles, all of that, how to do it. So this is what comes up first. So these are 4 different things with instructions. And so I say it's game time, dice part 1. This time, everyone that plays is a winner. Read these cards. Then on the next post will be a dice that you can roll. Be sure to check the rules. It's always good to know the rules before you play the game, LOL. You want to make sure that people know this is a booking game, okay? And that you're expecting them to do the party if that's what they get. In fact, the last tile here says, now for some rules. If you win a prize, you have to take the prize. If you win Facebook Party with Friends, you have to party on Facebook with friends. If you win the grand prize, you have to take the grand prize. So you're kind of letting them know ahead of time, but do it in a fun way. You don't want to go, you want to do this in a fun way. So this post comes up, and then like 3 minutes later, because Facebook gets mad if you do them any closer than 3 minutes. So 3 minutes later, what comes up is, and I have to go to a different screen because it's a GIF, whatever you call it, that you get, and it's rolling dice. Okay. So then what they're going to do is they're going to, let me get it going again. They're going to screenshot it. Got to be smarter than the phone. There we go. Okay, so I did a screenshot. Oops. And so if I go to my screen, then what they're going to do is they're going to post their dice roll. Okay, so they're going to post in the comments of the rolling dice their dice roll. So this is a way to virtually roll the dice. And once they put this on there, what you're going to say in the comments is, thanks for playing the game. I'll PM you. And I'm sorry, my allergies are going nuts, and I'm so sorry. I've got to, if I don't do this, it's going to be messy. All right, excuse me. So you put in the comments, do not put the prize that they won in the comments, because you don't want everyone else seeing that. And you want to make sure that you're connecting with them. So I put in the comments, thanks for playing. I'll PM you. I then send them a friend request, and then I PM them. And in the PM, it says, thanks for playing. Here's your prize. Here's your prize envelope. And in the game, and no, I'm not making any money off of sharing her game. It's just really worked for me. You get all these prize envelopes. So you send them whatever one goes along with it. Now, the ones that are the most likely to be rolled are the ones that have Facebook Party with your friends. Okay. Snake Eyes is the grand prize. And so just so you know. And you can have the grand prize be whatever you want, but then you're going to send them the envelope. All right. And you want to make sure you say in that message, I'm so excited to party with you and your friends. I have, would you like to start your party on this day or this day? So do not ask them, do they want to have one? They've played the game. They've already, that is their, I will do a party. So you want to make sure that you book the party and set the date right then and there. What day would you like to start on? This day or this day? Just like when you're booking. Is there a version for in-person parties? Yes. And Michelle, so you
I have it. I have it to tell everybody about.
Okay, yeah. Perfect. So Also, you need to remember that anyone who played the game was knew that booking a party was a possibility. So even if, if they win $5 off or a free, sheet mask, we have free shipping is in there. What I usually do is say, you know what, if your order is over, is already gotten free shipping, let me know and I'll add, I'll send you a sheet mask instead. Would that be okay? Everybody has always said yes. And she's actually now made cards that are blank so we can type in whatever we want on there. But that's what I used to do. But so for those people who got, free shipping or whatever, I would say, hey, since you played the game, obviously you've got, you've thought of people who might be interested in seeing this. Let's go ahead and book a party and you're going to get free product in addition to, your prize. So make sure that you do that too. But I've had up to 7 people play at my parties before. And I'm not a game player. I, used to hate the ticket game for, you know, for sponsoring and stuff like that. But you guys, these work. So as long as you're having fun and having fun with them, then they work. So Michele, you're going to share what to do in person.
Since you had it, I had one sitting right here. Guess what? So guys, if you've never played the dice game, guys, now Jean has shared the online version, which when she told me she did that, I was like, oh, amazing, because this is a great game. So now that they have that online, absolutely, I would recommend. I know we don't make any money from that lady, but someone took the time to produce it. I would get it if you're doing online parties. They also have ones that you can purchase already done. So this one is from back in the day for me, believe it or not. I kept it together, but you can make your own instructions. I'll find them online. I'll post it for everybody. Okay. I'll post it in the training, in the events. So I just keep them in a little bag, and you need a pair of dice. So any dice will do. So I've seen people do this with big, giant, fuzzy dice, rubbery dice, small dice, big dice, whatever you want. And then of course you need corresponding envelopes to all the dice. Okay. Inside the envelopes, of course, like Jean says, it says that you won a prize or book a party. And there aren't, on the instructions, there will be what goes in what envelopes. Certain ones are more likely to be rolled. They're the book a party. The other ones are the ones that, you can win a prize. And again, like Jean said, I would do, if I was doing my in-person party, quite honestly, I'd have a little menagerie and tell them that I have prizes, maybe soaps and hand creams and face masks and shower gels or little body butters, whatever, just a little menagerie of stuff that I show them to kind of get excited. Just like Jean was explaining, they have to know it's a booking game and that they have to be willing to book a party. So basically, whoever's rolling, they're already got their toe in there, right? They already know that they're probably going to book a party, or at least at the very least, they're willing to book a party. So I usually, once I get everybody to do the roll and they get their envelope. So remember when Jean was saying she PMs them so it's not out everywhere if someone won the grand prize? I make everyone hold their envelope till everybody has had a chance to roll. That way, no one knows if the first roll snake eyes and the grand prize is out there, no one knows it because it's sitting in our envelope until everybody else rolls. So they're all standing around waiting for the roll. And what kind of happens is once you get one person to start, so usually what you want to do is the closest person to you, turn and put the dice in their hands when you're talking about the game as you're smiling and nodding, because then that person's like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, because they're gonna roll. They're just gonna naturally. Once you get one person to roll, everybody starts rolling. Now, if someone rolls the exact same number, it's in the instructions. They have to roll after the first. It's gone. It's gone. The next they have to keep rolling till they get one of the envelopes that's still there. So then once you get all the envelopes out, I add one more thing. I'll say, okay, guys, so some of you are gamblers here probably, and they kind of laugh, and I'll say, and some of you probably are not. So would you like a guaranteed prize? And they all kind of look at you. And I have something that I will offer them before they even open their envelope. It's kind of like a double up. If you're willing to say, yeah, I'll book a party before you even open your envelope, I'll also give you X. Pick a prize. Pick something that you're going to give them. It could be a lip gloss. It could be a lip juicer. It could be something you got for free. Whatever it needs to be, you pick it. That usually will get people and say, you'll still get what's in the envelope too. So you might get two prizes. You might, but if you're willing to say, you'll book a party before you even open the envelope, and then you'll have, believe it or not, one or two people that love that guaranteed thing, right? They love to guarantee. And I was like, guess what? And if you book a party, you shouldn't be sad because you're getting the most out of everybody, because you're going to get that. I'm going to help you get to that $100 worth of free product. So then you have everybody open their envelope, but it's really simple. You can make this really easily. I will post the instructions. This is one of the games that was the reasons why the bookings, this and the Deal or No Deal, which I have that somewhere too. I will post that as well. Games work. And just like Jean, I am the worst one. I walk into a baby shower and I go, ugh, because I know I'm going to have to sit there and play games, right? I don't like to play games. However, this is, we call it a game, the game changer, where the game changers, well, this can be a game changer in your business. This can make getting your party so much easier for you. So we really, really want you to give it a try, and don't just do it once, because sometimes you do it kind of badly. But 3 times, Jean says 3 times. You have to do it 3 times. Okay, so I'll believe Jean. But what happens is the first time you're like, ugh, and it wasn't really what you wanted out of it. And I guess obviously the first 3 times you may, until the 3rd time till you get it right. Kind of play around with it till you get how you're comfortable with it, and you get the excitement kind of going. But it definitely is going to be something that you want to implement into your business. Now, the other thing was, we were supposed to have Kayla on. Did you have any other games, Jean, that you were talking about, or was that? I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure.
No, that was it. I didn't know if you wanted to share your Deal or No Deal.
I can definitely share the instructions.
That's one of the ones that really worked for you.
It did. So Deal or No Deal kind of works the exact same way, where if you guys saw Deal or No Deal when it used to be on the TV, you have envelopes, and in half the envelopes, it says book a party, and the other ones, it may say a prize. It could say free shipping. It could say whatever you want it to say, right? And as the guests walk into the show, they pick an envelope. Everybody that walks in gets an envelope. They don't get to open it. And they're like, what's this? And you're like, don't open it. Suspenseful. And the whole party, the whole time, you're like, you guys have your envelopes? They're like, yeah. And you're like, don't open it. Because like Jean was explaining, you have to kind of get to know the guest a little bit, right? They have to kind of feel comfortable with you. And they have to even know if they're going to want to do this with the party. They have to experience it through you a little bit. Then right before the end of the party, you want to say, okay, everyone, get out your envelopes, and say, we're going to play a little game called Deal or No Deal. And you explain to them again, it is a booking game, and half of the envelopes, wait, don't open them. I always got to tell them like 100 times because I keep trying to open them. In half the envelopes, it says book a party, but in the other half, there are prizes, and they range from, and maybe you want to just tell the prizes or show the prizes, whatever you want to do. And in one, there is a grand prize. Show them the grand prize and say, so guys, you don't have to play, but you don't get to open up your envelope unless you play. So at this point, they've been holding this thing for a really long time. Curiosity gets the best of me. So wait, if I don't play, I don't get to know what was in there. No, you don't. So then you go around to each person and you say, I'm just going to ask you real nicely, deal or no deal? And you're shaking your head and you go, deal or no deal? But you're still saying yes, right? So they're going to be looking at you, smiling, kind of excited. Most people will say yes. And then when they say yes, you say, okay, don't open it yet. They still don't get to open it. You have to get the whole way around the room again, have them all open their envelopes at the same time. Now, listen, here's another caveat with all this when we're doing in-person parties. Have your hostess packs ready and your calendar ready. Have your dates that you're offering immediately, because you're going to set their dates, hand them their packet. So the first thing that happens, they want a party, they get the packet. They get the packet. Maybe it's just a catalog, an order form, and the hostess, brochure, the hostess flyer. That's fine. That's all they really need. But it's really the fact that they're getting the packet because now they're in it and say, listen, we're going to get you in my calendar before you leave tonight. It's not a real booking when someone says, oh, I'll book a party if it's not in your calendar. Okay. It's not a real booking. I'll say it again because I've heard people tell, oh, I got 2 bookings. Oh, when are they? Oh, I don't know. I have to get with that girl. She needs to tell me her. No, it's not a real booking until it's in your calendar. So those people don't get to leave until they're actually in the calendar. So what you want to do is you're going to hand the prizes out at the same time that you're booking right in your account. So it's like you're going right along. So that all happens at the same time. So you don't miss the booking or someone doesn't try to duck out on you. So that's a really great game too, was the Deal or No Deal, which also really increased the business. Either one is fine. We'll post instructions for both of those in the events for that. The other thing that can really help is I'm sure you guys have noticed, I know you have noticed, we don't have any kind of booking incentive. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah. It is just because our system right now, our little boyfriend that we're not married to, new one's coming. It just was something that they couldn't program in there. So, but you are you are able to offer different offers. So some of the things, and I had one here. Oh, so what we used to do back in the day, oh, here it is. These were called Say Yes gifts. They were mini body butters. And the way that they could get a mini body butter if they're like, you have a couple of them with you, is if they say, yeah, I'll book a party. I'll book a party. They get a little fun gift, right? Everybody likes a little fun gift. Everybody likes a takeaway. So you can give them a little say yes gift. Now, here's the thing. The biggest part of reason why people love to book is sometimes people don't have money when they come to a party, or they don't have a lot to spend. They have an X amount, but they want to help out the hostess, right? So they'll say, well, I'll help out Mary. I'll book a party, right? They're helping out Mary. They're going to book a party. Well, right now we don't have anything. So we've kind of tossed around a few different things that you can do. And I'm going to try to screen share because Kayla actually made a post of what she does. She was supposed to be here today, but she unfortunately had to unexpected move today. Let me see if I can find this. Okay, so these are some of her posts. Let me see if I can share to that. Okay, hold on. This is just some posts she had. Okay, so right here you can see she even puts this in her Facebook parties. And what she tells them is like they can choose one of those $15 sets. And she actually has verbiage that she gave me that she uses. And it says, since we are wrapping up this fabulous party, I've decided we need to do more. We needed more presents. So book your party from any time between now and the next 30 days, and you can pick a gift, and Maddie gets to pick one too. So you, the new host, will get a gift, one of those. And guess what? The past host will get one of those. And yes, if she gets more than one guest, she would get one of those. So let's spoil her because she puts these in. I'm going to back that back up to what her post is. So how does this work? What she's doing is when the next host is holding their party, the previous host gives her, the consultant, the order. She's actually taking the physical order and then adding her gift pouch onto, or pouch, well, it would be one because it's per order. Because so what's that's doing? That's making the past host place an order on the current host's party, right? Her friend. So she has to attend. And the other thing is then she's going to give you her order, and you're going to place this on there. Most likely it's going to give her the $50 free shipping, or she's already hit that mark and you're going to get free shipping to send that to her. So what do we do with the money? We're telling people, they can mail you a check, they can Venmo you, they can PayPal you, you could use whatever you want to do. Just have the previous host give you the money for her order. All right. Now for the present host, again, if she's placing an order, you can definitely just place that order right on her party. If she has an order going towards her, or if you're in person, you can hand her one right in front of everyone, which is really, really exciting. So people love to get stuff. And if people see the impact of her getting a gift in front of people. Now, again, here's the thing, the biggest takeaway is that they're not getting these unless the booking's being held. And even when we're talking about future, I'm hoping the Body Shop, when we do stuff, the booking gifts happen when the new future booking is held. Now, these are just some ideas. I'm going to stop screen. Oh, I'll show you her other posts she puts in. This is just one that she does for sprinkling into her parties, her Facebook parties. Cute little thing. And here's another post that she puts in. She was just sharing some with me today since she wasn't able to be here. I'm going to go stop screen share. So the idea is you can be creative as you want. And I'll put those tiles in the event under that so that you guys can see what she does. Just get creative. Don't try to spend a ton of money. But I've heard people say stuff like, well, I don't want to, that I'm not making any money. No, the truth is, listen, if you're getting a booking, what do we say? Our average bookings are $500. And if they're actually holding the booking, if it's a qualified booking, you're making money. Even if you have to spend a little bit out, you're still going to make money. If you don't get the booking, guess how much money you made? Nothing. Right? And we're spending our money on so many other things trying to find more business, because then you're out there doing business ads or doing events and spending whatever you have to do. But this way, this customer acquisition is so much less expensive to offer a few gifts up to our hostesses and our guests. So guys, do you guys have any questions? Because we've kind of held it into the 45 minutes. There's so much on this, but we just wanted to give you a little snippet, some little nuggets, some things to get excited about, because I know some of you are starting parties. I see that that's happening. You guys are going out there. The first party, guess where the first party that you should be doing? Your own. Launch yourself. Have a party. It's amazing. When you get to actually sit down, I'll tell you what, it'll put a smile on your face, because when people say, oh my gosh, tell me more about, right? It's exciting. It's fun. It's fun to see the guests really into it. Or can I sample that? Did you bring that? Do you have this? It's fun to do, but you should be your first party. Be your own launch. Maybe you even call it, out of the wonk launch, like, here we go. I'm starting my business in person, or launching my in-person business, any of those things. So, do you guys have any questions? I don't know. Was there any questions in the chat? Yeah, I will post all that team so you guys can take all those and share with your teams. I think it was self-explanatory. Let me stop the recording. Yes.